Hello, welcome back to this new video, and today I have a revisited concept of myself because I'm pretty sure I was the first person to do this. For those of you who actually watched my advent calendar back in 2014, holy shit, that's a very long time. Most of you will kinda know what this is. I featured this on day 18. This is a deluxe crafting table, meaning as a crafting table it pops out 2 blocks, or like 1 block from the wall, and as a wall itself it's completely flush. Now you can see that this is not the compacted one, but it is tileable, and that was my initial goal. And back in the day I wasn't really that good. Like, I think I can say of myself that I got a lot better since 2014 with redstone, because this one was 105 blocks, and I saw this flying around on my plot, and I gave it another go, and immediately went down to 54, and this one works as well. The difference here is that I am not making a monostable for each individual piston. I'm just using a slider, kind of like the old school T flip-flop. And then I made it 3 deep, but had to make it 6 wide because I did not know a way to power this final pulse of the double pulse extender. But then I had the idea, what about this? This right here would work, because there's a tick between this block getting unpowered and this torch turning off, so that's enough time. But then the pulse length wasn't long enough for this to be in sync with this, because this uses a torch and a block to basically do the same thing as this, just directly at the button. Because if my input would be on this block, there would be no way to power this. And yeah, this works as well. And it's actually quite fast on the opening. And the closing has a tiny spike in it where it doesn't do anything. Yeah, as said, I'm using a repeater lock down here. This basically does stuff. It delays the turning off, but does not delay the turning on. And then actually I was thinking there's no way I can get this more compact, and then Peony Redstone came along and said there's definitely a way to get this smaller. Link in the description to him, by the way. And then I made a 2 high version, which is 1 deeper but is 1 less high, meaning I shaved off 3 by 5 here and added 2 by 5 at the back, so this is exactly 5 blocks smaller, as you can see. Yeah, as you can see right here. And this works the same way. The only downside to this is that the input is weird at the bottom, like right here. And you can like input it like this, but yeah, I did not feature it because then it would not be too high. But you can, there are ways you can input it without looking completely dumb with torches from the bottom. And the like another downside to this design is that it has to be a stone button for this to work, and for the others I think too. But this one actually does not need to be a stone button. We can have this turned on for as long as we want, because the double piston extension will occur when we turn it off again. So there is no chance of it breaking if you give it a too long pulse. What I can say though is that we will need at least a I think it was a 6 tick pulse for this thing to trigger and this thing to trigger. But other than that, this is pretty much the smallest I could get it. Now I'm expecting someone like ABH to come along and just wreck my design completely. Feel free to do so, by the way. If you manage to get the smaller, there will be a link somewhere on the screen right now. And if you want a tutorial, I guess you can build it from like this position right here, because there are 2 torches on this block right here from the bottom, and then there are torches on these outer blocks. The rest is completely visible. No slabs, like nothing whatsoever. However, the wall block needs to be a solid block, because otherwise this torch would not be able to do the double piston extension. And that's basically on the concept on which all of these rely, that the wall block in the T flip-flop will do the double piston extension for us. And yeah, that's Skype. That's about it. Thank you for watching, and bye.